Picture this: a crisp autumn morning, the sun barely peeking over the horizon. Lieutenant Commander Anna Sharma stands tall in her pristine Navy uniform, her eyes fixed on the familiar house before her. But today, something's different. As she approaches, she notices unfamiliar cars in the driveway and voices coming from inside. Her family, the very people who once dismissed her dreams, are now trying to claim her home as their own. Little do they know, they're about to face off against a decorated military officer who fought battles far tougher than this. Anna's journey to this moment began years ago, in a bustling marketing firm where she once thought her future lay. Fresh out of college, full of ambition, she landed what seemed like the perfect job, but fate had other plans. Within months, the company downsized, and Anna found herself unemployed, her dreams seemingly shattered. Her family's reaction was swift and cruel. "I told you that fancy degree was useless," her father sneered. Her mother shook her head, disappointment etched across her face. But it was her brother Mark's smug smile that cut the deepest lips. "Looks like the golden child isn't so golden after all," he taunted. While her family wrote her off as a failure, Anna refused to let their words define her. In a moment of clarity, she realized her true calling lay elsewhere. With unwavering determination, she enlisted in the Navy, her sights set on becoming a military lawyer. The years that followed were a whirlwind of rigorous training, late-night study sessions, and grueling assignments. But Anna thrived. She quickly rose through the ranks, earning respect and admiration from her peers and superiors alike. Her sharp mind and unwavering integrity made her an invaluable asset in high-stakes legal battles that would make even the most seasoned lawyers quake in their boots. All the while, her family remained blissfully unaware of her achievements. To them, Anna was still that directionless girl who couldn't hold down a job. They saw her sporadic visits home and vague answers about her work as signs of failure, never bothering to dig deeper. But life has a funny way of turning the tables. While Anna soared to new heights, her family's fortunes took a nosedive. Bad investments, mounting debts, and a series of poor decisions left them teetering on the brink of financial ruin. In their desperation, they turned their eyes to Anna's modest but well-maintained home. "She's probably just house-sitting for someone," her mother rationalized as they pulled into the driveway that fateful morning. "We'll be doing her a favor by taking it off her hands." As they barged through the front door, armed with boxes and a sense of entitlement, they were met with a sight that stopped them dead in their tracks. There stood Anna, resplendent in her Navy uniform, a look of steel in her eyes that they had never seen before. "What do you think you're doing?" Anna's voice cut through the stunned silence. Her father, always quick to assert his authority, puffed out his chest. "We're moving in. It's time you stopped playing pretend and let us handle things." Anna's laugh was cold and humorless. "Playing pretend? I think you're the ones living in a fantasy world." With practiced efficiency, she pulled out a stack of legal documents. "This house is mine, bought and paid for with my own hard-earned money, and you're trespassing." Her family's expressions ranged from disbelief to anger. Her brother Mark, always the first to lash out, stepped forward menacingly. "You can't do this to us, we're family." But Anna stood her ground. With a calm that comes from facing down far greater threats, she pulled out her phone. "I'm giving you one chance to leave peacefully. Otherwise, I'm calling the police." Her mother's face crumpled. "Anna, please, we have nowhere else to go." For a moment Anna felt a flicker of sympathy. But then she remembered years of dismissal, of snide comments and backhanded compliments. She remembered the strength she had found within herself, the battles she had fought to get where she was. "You should have thought of that before you tried to take what isn't yours," she said firmly. True to her word, when they refused to budge, Anna called the police. The officers who arrived were initially skeptical, eyeing the family drama with weary expressions. But one look at Anna's uniform and the respect in their eyes was immediate. "Ma'am," the lead officer said, snapping to attention. "What seems to be the problem here?" Anna explained the situation succinctly, her legal training shining through. The officers listened intently, their expressions hardening as they turned to face her family. "You folks need to leave now," the officer stated firmly. "This is Lieutenant Commander Sharma's property, and you're trespassing. If you don't vacate immediately, we'll have no choice but to arrest you." The shock on her family's faces was almost comical. They had never seen Anna command such respect, never imagined she could wield this kind of authority. As they were escorted off the property, their entitlement crumbled. replaced by a dawning realization of just how wrong they had been about her. In the days that followed, Anna's phone buzzed incessantly with messages from her family. Apologies, explanations, pleas for help. She read them all but responded to none. She had spent years trying to earn their approval, only to realize that the only approval she needed was her own. A year passed, and Anna's life continued to flourish. She received a commendation for her work on a high-profile international case, bought a sleek sports car she had always dreamed of, and even started dating a fellow officer who appreciated her for who she truly was. Her family, on the other hand, faced the consequences of their actions. Anna's father, unable to accept that his daughter had outgrown his control, found himself slapped with a restraining order after one too many aggressive attempts to contact her. Her mother and brother struggled to rebuild their lives, the harsh reality of their situation finally sinking in. It was on a quiet Sunday afternoon when Anna's phone lit up with a message from Mark. "I'm sorry," it read, "for everything. I need your help." Anna stared at the screen for a long moment, memories of childhood taunts and adult dismissals flashing through her mind. With a deep breath, she archived the message, leaving it unanswered. She had fought too hard, come too far to be pulled back into their drama. As she looked around her home, filled with mementos of her achievements and the life she had built, Anna felt a sense of peace wash over her. She had faced down her family's expectations, stood tall in the face of their doubts, and emerged victorious. This was her legacy, earned through sweat, tears, and unwavering determination. The sun was setting as Anna stepped out onto her porch, the cool evening air carrying the promise of new beginnings. She had once been the black sheep, the disappointment. Now, she stood as a beacon of strength, a testament to the power of believing in oneself. As the last rays of sunlight painted the sky in brilliant hues, Anna smiled. She had faced battles both on and off the battlefield, and she had emerged stronger for it. Her story was far from over, but one thing was certain: she would face whatever came next on her own terms, standing tall and proud in the uniform she had earned. And there you have it, folks, a tale of triumph against all odds, of standing tall in the face of adversity. If Anna's story resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself. Hit that like button, share this video with someone who needs a little inspiration, and don't forget to subscribe for more incredible true stories. Remember, your past doesn't define you. It's the choices you make today that shape your tomorrow. Until next time, stay strong, stay determined, and never let anyone dim your light.